Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Shop Healthy live stream. My name is Becky Booker. I'm your downtown rock hound, but today, what am I going to be today? I love alliteration, Caroline. If I'm not the downtown rock hound, what am I going to be with all this gorgeous gold sitting in front of me? We're calling it the Midas touch. Oh, I'll be your Midas mama. How about that? That sounded a lot worse when I said it out loud than it did in my head. And that's how it usually goes. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're already well on your way to having a fantastic day. And we're going to talk a little bit, actually we're going to talk a lot about gold, the price of gold. And we're going to talk about the price of gold with regard to a different way of looking at this. We're going to talk about the price of gold in a way that, I don't know, we don't talk about gold jewelry sometimes. We're going to talk about the price of gold as the value of gold. I read a very interesting little article a couple weeks ago, Caroline, and it said that the U.S., believe it or not, is not on the list of international households that independently own a reasonable or a substantial amount of gold. And I thought that's really interesting because, you know, we think about investment products and passbook savings, and if you've got a budgeting app on your phone, chances are you're getting information on your algorithm from this budgeting app or that budgeting app, or, you know, this investment style, or, you know, take a class in this, that, or the other. But we don't very often here in the U.S., at least in the budgeting, and, you know, the normal household budget end of it, we don't normally think of gold as like this is something I should own, because we sort of think of it in two categories. This is the world of financial instruments, and this is the world of jewelry. And we think of jewelry sometimes almost as a vanity. You know, oh gosh, no, that's something I can't afford that. Goodness gracious, no way. That's for rich people. You know, we do that. We think about that. I'm not a rich person. Listen, I love what I do, but if I was rich, it'd be somebody else sitting in this chair at 10 a.m. on Sunday. And I seriously love what I do. But I thought that was really interesting because very often here in the U.S. we think that gold jewelry is just a frivolous, oh my gosh, it's kind of well, what am I looking for? It's a thing that we think of as a not necessary thing. We think of it as unnecessary, or we think of it as an indulgence. What's the word I'm looking for, Caroline? Throw in. My words aren't working today. But again, I want to challenge you to maybe think a little bit differently about it. And here's why. Whether you're talking about the trilogy of precious metals, silver, gold, the platinum metals group, which is kind of the new kid on the block, compared to 6,000 or 7,000 years of owning and collecting gold and silver in many different forms. Interesting tidbit about gold jewelry, about gold in general. We use gold as a thing to own, a thing to possess, a form of personal value before it was ever minted into the coin of the realm. Same with silver. So I think that's really interesting as well. So it's something, these precious metals, they are really and truly something that speak to us almost in a way that is unconventionally familiar. You know, you can look at the marketplace and see how these precious metals are traded left, right, and center, moment by moment. We have a thing in the world of gold called the spot price, and it's how it's basically like the stock market for gold. It's how it's trading right now, because gold is a commodity. It is traded in global markets as a form of value, as a form of, I'll just say, currency in many instances. And you can, see, there's the gold, buy gold. So the gold van is coming to your neighborhood. Get all your gold together. Go sell your gold. Because gold has built-in value. It's got built-in value. Now, raise your hand if you have one or maybe two gold ring mountings, just gold mountings, and you pop the stones out of them, and now it's just gold sitting in your closet, sitting in your jewelry box. Me. Another scenario, you've got a gold bracelet or a gold necklace, or maybe you've got that stray gold stud, and it's just hanging out in your jewelry box because it's broken, or it's not part of a pair anymore. And You think, well, it's scrap. Well, even when gold is just scrappy, it has a value. It has a value, and that is the thing that I want you to think about when you're looking at gold. And put on a different hat when it comes to buying gold, okay? This is one of those, you have a lot of investment gurus who say, put your money in a fund and just let it ride. Don't check the stock market every day. You just know that over the long haul, the performance of most stock exchanges is something that increases. Now, you'll make yourself bat poo-poo crazy if you are checking every single stock every single day. Yeah, I'm not a trader. I have a little bit here and there and whatever. Believe me, again, I'm here working every day. But this is something that is instant gratification, to be sure, because it's a beautiful piece of jewelry, but it's also long haul wealth. So I want you to think about finding your go spot. Find your investment spot. Find that sum. Think about that sum in your brain that says, okay, I'm comfortable spending that much, okay? And then just spend it. Because this is something that holds on to value. Even the broken, busted, worn out chains, that single stud earring, that mounting that you popped out all the stones, all of that in today's world is worth more than it was 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Certainly it's worth a lot more now than it was 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. We've seen gold just in the last 24 months, for goodness sakes, almost double in its spot price. So I can remember in the short-term history, 3 short years ago when gold was under $2,000 an ounce, and now here we are living in the neighborhood of $5,000 an ounce. So think of this like the rest of the world. Think of gold as the most interesting and portable form of wealth that you will ever have access to, and then you just buy it. And in the meantime, you got it, you wear it. It's also imparts a certain level of luxury and importance to any jewelry collection. And it's very strong and sturdy. I mean, these are wearable, wonderful pieces. So let's get you started with the classic, all right? Let's get you started with the classic. And of course, that means a rope chain.
Before we get started, Becky, we
Yes.
are having some technical difficulties today. We're having trouble getting products pinned to the screen.
Okay.
But all the SKUs will be in the comments. So all they'll have to do is
All right.
copy and paste that into the website if they want to look at the product.
All right, got it. Now the SKU is going to be available on the feed, right? On the
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in all the comments, the SKU will be in the comments.
All right, so check your comments for the item number or the SKU or the SKU as we call it, and then just copy that and get over to Shop LC on the main website to get your pricing details. Now, Caroline, are we going to be able to go ahead and share pricing details?
Yes, we will.
Okay, so I'm going to give you pricing details, and that's really important because live stream pricing is important. All right, we're at $669 for this one. This is 2.7 grams. And when we do a comparison of the live stream price versus the regular Shop LC price, the regular price is $669. Now this one is also done in 10 karat yellow gold, and it's one of my favorite things because the rope chain just absolutely on the skin feels fantastic. It's got that beautiful roll, that beautiful twist to it. And Caroline, would you just step around in front of this little screen over on my left, please?
Yes.
And there's a number. The budget pay here is $134. Okay, you see the number below the budget pay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Copy that.
All right. Now, free shipping is one of our great benefits. It's one of the perks of live stream. So you have a 48-hour window right now to first of all grab this before it's gone. And there are, oh my goodness, there are 2 of these in stock. I was going to say, these are super popular chains. There are 2 of these in stock, and your live stream price on this one is going to take your budget pay from $134 all the way down to $100.49. So $100.50. Now, the thing about having a limited quantity, I know I get comments sometimes that people say, are you kidding me? You have 2 gold chains in stock. Yeah, you know why? Because we apply a very similar purchasing methodology to acquiring gold chains as we do to gemstones. Gemstones we get a parcel at a time. That's how we do it. Gold chains come to us in one particular lot at one particular time. Now, will we go back to a gold dealer and renegotiate for the next parcel? We will, but understand, those are market sensitive prices. It's really hard to pin down the market influence moment by moment on diamonds or sapphires or spinel or lab grown diamonds, anything out there in the world of gemstones. But when you're talking about gold, this is a monetary metal, and that value in the open market changes moment by moment. It never sleeps, and you can go back and literally track it moment by moment when you look up historical data. So 2 of these in stock. If you have any trouble, and I apologize for the little bit of a technical glitch there, but you're going to see this listed in the lineup. This is going to be item number 1. And just to review, it's a 10 karat yellow gold rope chain. Very classic, very long wearing. Many of us have gold chains that are our go-to, and we wear them constantly. They're that thing that's sometimes you just don't take off. You just wear it all the time. And with this diameter, this is going to be just a little bit over 2 millimeters. So this is one of those diameters that will look beautiful if you happen to have a pendant that you want to add to this. You could add anything to this chain. I'm talking gold. You could add gold over sterling silver. You could add gold over stainless steel. It can match. If you're the person who wears mixed metals, it doesn't have to match. So the point is, you are getting a tremendous value on a classic, and it's going to come to you free shipping. $669 drops all the way down to $502, and your budget pay goes from $134 to 150 cents. So that's about a $34 savings on every single budget pay. Now, the offering on the price is good for 48 hours, but when you make that first budget pay and we start the process of shipping it to your doorstep, you get 2 extra perks that are really, really important. First of all, you get our 30-day happiness guarantee. So you've got a full 30-day review period, but you also lock in that live stream 25% savings. You lock that in along with that 30-day money-back guarantee. So when you lock in the savings, every single budget pay has the $34 savings. It's not you save a little bit on the first budget pay and everything goes back to the regular budget pay. Every one of those 5 interest-free budget pays goes way down to $100.49. Did you see the number I was talking about, Caroline?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you. Can you just get a screenshot of that whenever that shows up?
I got it.
Thank you so much. All right, my friends. Becky Booker, I'm your downtown rock hound, but today I'm your Midas mama, and we're going to do a couple of hours of gold. If you have questions or comments about gold, this one, by the way, had a 5-star review. I noticed that as well. So you're going to see some really great reviews. They're all verified reviews, and no matter what the price of gold is doing, every item that gets shipped, whether it's this show, whether it's the website, whether it's our television shows, every single item that gets shipped, guess what? We provide a meal for our hungry kiddos out there. And we partner with Akshaya Patra and also with No Kid Hungry here in the U.S. And we have reached a memorable milestone. We announced last week that because of all the good stuff y'all do with coming in and supporting us, we have been able to provide 160 million meals now. We've passed an incredible threshold. 60 million meals with our audience here in the U.S. alone, and globally with our 2 channels in the U.K., 1 now in Germany, 160 million meals for hungry kiddos in India and here in the U.S. So thank you. We appreciate your support very, very much. Now, how many of you, I would say in my life, I would consider myself an ugly duckling. Somebody who has to sort of grow up and grow into, learning all the nuances of being presentable. That was me, because I was definitely a rough and tumble kiddo, and still a little rough and tumble as a gal, but that's okay. The symbolism of the swan is that of the ugly duckling. Because, little baby swans, for all of their elegance, for all of their incredible carriage as they seem to glide across the water, the surface of the water, almost surreal, for all of that elegance and beauty that they have as magnificent mature birds, guess what? They are not pretty little babies at all. And the story of the ugly duckling says that a little baby swan was sort of adopted and thought it was a duck for a while, but it wasn't a pretty baby. It wasn't a pretty baby duck. And then all of a sudden the swan grows up and realizes it's not a duck after all. It's a swan. So the ugly duckling grows into the beautiful swan with that beautiful long neck. Now, this one is so gorgeous. Wearing the little feathers on top as well, but absolutely beautiful. This one definitely earns, excuse me, this one definitely earns the ugly duckling, the beautiful swan title. Look at that. And my friends, this one is done in pure gold. This is 24 karat gold. Yes. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing. You've got a 25% savings. You do, it's right there. This is 24 karat gold, and this is a very modern process called hollow fill. Instead of the lost wax casting method, where we use a wax model and we use an investment crucible and we inject the hot molten liquid metal into the negative space of that mold, this uses a mold, and then by an electroform process, the gold is actually deposited on top of the model instead. And you will almost always, in electroform cases, there will be a little tiny, there's a little tiny, maybe 3/4 of 1 millimeter, a tiny little opening, a little hole in some place on a hollow form piece, because now that's where the form actually goes away and comes out. But I mean, just gorgeous. And it's 24 karat gold, y'all. All right, 1.29 grams. Normal price is $9.39. That means your budget pay is $188. Your price though today, when you type in live 25 and check the items in the SKU, in the list, we are having a little bit of difficulty, so just copy the item number that's in the comments and you can drop that in over on the website at Shop LC. But here it is, $9.39 means your budget pay is $188. It's pure gold. It's 24 karat gold. And beautiful detail and a little diamond cutting, just for fun, a little sparkle. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bird. From $188, your budget pay goes down to $141. $141. All right, my friends, this is the day that you say to yourself, you know what? Gold is always valuable. Gold always has a value. If I get into a pinch, this is essentially another alternative form of portable wealth. Some people think of it as a savings account as well. And rightfully so. Now, this is pure gold, so it's 24 karat. And that is going to give you a richness on the color of that gold. Let me see if I can give you a close-up. That is going to give you a richness on this piece that is really, really beautiful. Very, very elegant. All right, the item number, I'm going to say it out loud so you can jot this down. 861-4136. 861-4136. And we are going to be moving on. Word to the wise. I have this I have 16 pieces. And let's see, we have the sizes 7, 8, 9, and 10. This would be very pretty on a pointer finger, and this is another one of those pieces for an alternative placement would look really great in the middle of the hand as well. All right, my friend, the budget pay is your best friend. It's interest free. There's no questions asked. There's no credit check. It's a really fabulous way to just buy bits and pieces, add fantastic items of forever and always value to your personal collection. And we've got some beautiful classics, and we've got some beautiful unusuals in this presentation as well. And speaking of unusual, that's going to bring up one of our most popular snake bracelets ever. And I think it has to do, honestly, with the way that the pattern, the snake skin pattern, runs all the way around. I mean, look at the design on that. It's so beautiful. It's 360 degrees. And we've done snake jewelry in the past, but it's not always, the main piece is not always this substantial. I mean, look at that. Now you do have a figure 8 safety closure on the side. I'm going to pop that open, and this hinge is so beautiful. I mean, that is a very generous opening. That hinge is a no pinch hinge. It opens nice and wide. This one weighs in at 8.15 grams. We're not messing around. 8.15 grams. The snakeskin pattern runs all the way around. You've got the figure 8 safety closure. And oh my gosh, whew, I would wear that a little. And I'm going to wear this with the snake pointing outward. Why? Because in many cultures, the snake is considered a guardian, a watchdog, if you will, a protector, the protector of the home or the palace. Okay, let's talk about savings. Did I mention 8.15? Did I mention 8.15 grams? This has 1 5-star review, and we'll take a look at that as well. But it's really remarkable because that snakeskin pattern goes all the way around. And it's a combination of finishes. There's some diamond cutting in there. There's a little bit of a ridge to this as well, so it's not just a flat surface. So it is very serpentine in its presentation. And it is a bangle fit and feel, but because it's got that beautiful open on the hinge and that extra safety closure, I mean, it's just so easy to fit off and on. And the other thing about it is, if this were a bangle in 10 karat gold, over the course of just normal wearing it, putting it on, taking it off, you would see that the bangle itself would change shape just a little bit. This one is built to wrap around the wrist, and although it feels like a bangle, it's actually a cuff, a locking hinged cuff, and it does have the oval shape, which is exactly the shape of your wrist. Angelina says, love, love, love my bracelet. Very unique and fits perfectly. Just for the sake of reference, if you have a petite wrist, this probably needs to be on a wrist starting at about 7 inches because it's a little bit more of a generous size. Also, let's see, we have 1.5 dozens, so this is going to be a medium to a large fit. I do well with medium or large. This one on my hand, and sometimes I do wear an 8-inch bracelet, fits a little bit down on the top part of my hand, but it snuggles in there really nicely, and it's just got this exotic sort of luxurious look, and that's what I mean. It kind of fits down, but it gets there and it stays. In the meantime, it will move around just a little bit, reminding you that the serpent is always watching. All right, let's talk about savings. 8.15 grams of 10 karat yellow gold. And when you've got a piece that you fall in love with and you find that you're wearing it every day, I would say to you, consider 10 karat gold because it's got a little extra strength in there. And your budget pay on this right now, any day, is $400, okay? $400. But for the live stream show, when you type in live 25, I'm going to take a picture of that. When you type in live 25, I don't apologize for shopping. I do not apologize for shopping. Okay. It's easier to just take a picture. And listen, we are having a little hiccup with the items today with the software. So you might just want to grab a picture because it'll have the item number in there. And then you can just call the personal shoppers. That's what I would do. 888-835-2237. 888-835-2237. $400 is your budget pay any day of the week except today. Today, you're saving 25%. And today, your budget pay goes way down to $300. 5 payments, $300, which means your overall out the door price goes from $1999.99 down to $1499.99. That's a $100 savings on every single budget pay, which means your live stream price saves you $500 total. Yes, it does. And 18 of those. We've done a lot of really beautiful pieces. This is a symbol of power and protection and strength that's been used throughout history for many, many, many cultures. So this is nothing new. The coiled snake is also very popular in body art, in painting, and all sorts of images today. I mean, you see it in everything from tattoos to appliques on trucker hats. I mean, it's out there, woven into fabrics. It's just a beautiful sort of mystical ancient power of strength and protection. I love it. Okay, we're going to be moving on. My name is Becky Booker, guys. I'm your downtown rock hound. You can follow me right here at Becky Booker, Shop LC Host, or you can follow me on Facebook as well. My profile picture is currently me sitting in the lap of a sculpture of a giant silverback gorilla, which is located down at the San Antonio Zoo. So yeah, look for the girl sitting in the lap of a silverback, just being silly, just kind of want to do. All right, 5-star review on that. Your budget pay goes from $400 to $300. You lock in that savings on every single one, and every single one of those budget pays is 100% interest free. We don't check your credit. We don't report the transaction to a credit agency. And a lot of credit agencies now say, short term, we're gonna ding you for short term financing like that. The credit bureaus, we think that's not good, even though that might work for us. So keeping it real, my friends, here at Shop LC, that's what we do. And listen, it is allergy season, and I took my little allergy pill, but there's gonna be some wiping going on. All right. Item number 3 is the bracelet. Item number 4, we're going to go right back to another rope chain. They're just, rope chains are just a thing. You could probably, what would be interesting, Caroline?
What?
If you and I went to the mall and you walked on the right side of that walkway and I walked on the left side of that walkway, or you start there and I start here and we meet in the middle and we just count the gold chains that we saw. The goal was just that I'm only going to count rope chains. I have rope chains and paper clip chains. I don't even know how many you would see. It's such a popular design. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. You see them a lot because they are pieces that work. They just really, really work. And when you're talking about the lifespan of a piece, oh my gosh, a rope chain is just one of those things you gotta have because it always looks great. And sometimes people will say, well, what's the big deal? It's just a couple of twisted wires. Actually, it's not. It's really not. These are really high quality, precision built, machine made pieces. And this is a cascade of very small, every single one of them matching jump rings, little tiny gold circles, and they are all precision assembled. They are precision soldered, and then, just to make it interesting, there's another level of production that goes back in and adds a little bit of diamond cutting detail, essentially, to, oh my gosh, every single one of those. And that's why you get this, it's sort of silky, but it also has a beautiful flash to it as well. It's a really pretty piece. Let me show you your closure. You have more of a Euro style closure on this, so you've got almost like an open figure eight on the closure. Now this is 3 grams, and this is done in 10 karat yellow gold. So again, you're talking about a very iconic look. This is something that we see all the time. I've got something that's this profile. Many people have something that are this profile. And it's not just, this is not an item that people are just buying in today's marketplace. This is your gold chain ride or die. This is your gold chain Old Faithful. This is that you just put it on and it's gold. It's just absolutely gold. So to keep the pun going, let's just give you a golden opportunity on a beautiful Luxoro 10 karat gold rope chain. Regular price on this one is $7.99. All right, $799. Your live 25 savings, and that opportunity is good for 48 hours. Your live stream savings takes it from $7.99 when you add in that 25% savings. I think we got the wrong number up there. Caroline's doing the math.
Let me just read it. Oh,
I think you did the times instead of the gazentas. Yeah, there you go.
My bad. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Listen,
not my strong point.
Can I brag on Caroline? She's an old soul, smart as a whip, okay, and managing all the electronics back there. I can barely, restart my cell phone, seriously. She's like doing the keyboard shuffle back there, multiple keyboards, multiple screens, answering all of my silly questions. So let's do a big shout out for Caroline behind the scenes, because she really does all of our producers over here. You guys are all just seriously wizards. I don't know how you do it.
Thank you.
But I'm so glad that you do. Thank goodness. Because if I had to do it, it would just be a black screen and maybe a little voice. It'd be more like radio, actually. Okay. From $7.99 down to $5.99. A budget pay that goes from $160. Now, before you say no, $160 is too much, think about it for a second, because I'm asking you to remember to be in thinking mode. I want you to set aside no, and I want you to think maybe. Okay, I want you to think maybe. $160 is about $5 a day. $5 a day. For how long, you say? About 5 months. $5 a day for 5 months. $5 a day for about 21 weeks. Okay? And that gets you this. And it's an iconic look. This is gold. This is the story, the history, the legacy of what humankind throughout history, modern times and ancient times, the continuum of gold as a portable form of wealth cannot be denied. And it's no different in today's world. And I would argue that it's even more important in today's world because we're all scrambling, aren't we, for value, something that's not, gosh, I just had this conversation with my mom. Mom's had the same refrigerator for 13 years, and now it's got to the point where it can't be repaired. So she said, let's go refrigerator shopping. I said, okay. And we very promptly just almost had to leave the store. We're just like, oh my gosh, how expensive is a refrigerator? Just a basic run-of-the-mill. The fridge is on the top, the freezer's on the bottom. I like an ice maker, no bells, no whistles. I don't want to have to hook it up to the internet. I do not need a Wi-Fi connection for my ice cubes. You're like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. And guess what? It's built to fail. Built to fail. And that's why Mom is shopping for a refrigerator, because her refrigerator can no longer be repaired. It is a disposable item. Think about that for a second. We walked into a major hardware store, national brand, you would know it, and shopped for an appliance that cost right around $2,000, okay? And we know that it has a failure date. We're going to use that up and throw it away. And we'll have to pay somebody to haul it off and take out the coolant, do all those things. This is something that holds on to its value. There are fewer and fewer and fewer things in this soul world, my friends, that hold on to their value. When I say old faithful, when I say old reliable, I am not doing that in a facetious way. I really want you to resonate with that message, because that's important. Stop for a second and think about the things in your life that you know are going to get used up and worn out and tossed away and thrown out the door because they simply cannot be fixed. You know what we call that? We call that planned obsolescence. An item, listen, whether it's a blow dryer or a refrigerator, whatever it is literally built to keep the machine going, the business going. Because if it lasted forever, if it lasted for 20 or 30 or 40 years, you wouldn't need to buy one every once in a while. And businesses need to stay in business. That's why they want you to use it up and buy another one, like a box of Cheerios. Eat it all up and it's gone, like an ice cream cone. Eat the cone, you're done. This is something that you never have to worry about. It's always going to have value, and it will always reflect the current value. So this is not gold back as it was in 1997 or 2012. Heck, this is not even gold that has a value of what it was in 2020. You're looking at a thing that is known to be a thing, no matter what your zip code is, no matter where you live on this spinning blue dot, tumbling through the galaxy. This always has value in every culture, every moment, every day, always. And that is why you should find the spot where you're comfortable spending and have a little gold. I mean, it's really, really important to do that. All right. Budget pay goes from $160 all the way down to $120. That $40 savings happens on every single one of those budget pays. And okay, so let me just do this. This is a 20-inch chain, and this is the one that I wear almost every single day, and it's going to fit right there. Now, just for the sake of reference, I'm 5'3", and I wear like a medium-sized top, so I'm sort of an average size and shape gal. So normally where your collarbone notch is for most women, that's going to be 16 or sometimes 18 inches. So if you take a little space between your two fingers, you put one at your collarbone notch, a little extra space, that's probably where an 18-inch chain will fit you, and then that's going to be about 20 inches. Okay, so there you go. So if you know what this spot is on your body, you know how to navigate where it's going to fit you. Now we are having a little bit of a boo-boo with the computer, so the item numbers are going to be listed in the chat, and you can copy and paste that over at shoplc.com, or you can just look up the item number and then call the personal shopping team. All right, 888-835-2237. And if you're an auntie or a granny, if you're a brand new mommy or brand new daddy, the price of gold has doubled. It's doubled and then doubled again in about the last 28 months. We've seen it double twice. So if you have young ones and you're thinking, okay, when my sweet little one grows up, that's the personal shopping number, 888-835-2237. When your young one grows up and you want to give them something that's important, and for a lot of families, that's their first piece of gold jewelry. At the rate that gold is increasing in the marketplace today, have you ever stopped and asked yourself, gosh, what's gold going to be like in 10 years? We've seen it double about every 18 months now. Some people are already saying, maybe $7,500 by the end of the year for an ounce of gold. So if we're seeing that rate, listen to the math here, if we're seeing that rate of increase and it's happening with that much regularity, what's going to happen to your ability to buy gold in 5 years? Goodness gracious, who knows, in 90 days? It's a very, very, very big question. And my job is to help you think through these things. So I want you to consider all of your options. And again, look at your budget. If that means opening your budget app, then open up that budget app and find your sweet spot and get gold. Get gold. And whatever you're comfortable with. But please don't miss these deals, my friends, because this is a marketplace which continues to shock and amaze us with the rate of increase and the amount and the regularity of the increases in the marketplace. All right, this is a beautiful, almost kind of not quite a Greek key design. I'll show it to you on the hand. This would be a really beautiful pinky ring. This one is in inventory, 14 pieces. We have 6, 7, and 8. If you do have a more petite hand and you can wear this as a thumb ring, I'm just going to say this would be a really sharp thumb ring, okay? This one is also done in 24 karat, and look at that design. And this is one of the wonderful things about the electroform process, is that the detail is just so rich. If you were going to get this detail from a piece that were traditionally cast, it's virtually impossible. But there's just a richness and a very precise level of production to each one of the pieces that are done with the electroform process. It's really, really nice. Now this one is 24 karat and it's 360 degrees. Look at that pattern, it goes all the way around. So this one will not be sizable. Okay, if they're a 24 karat and electroform, buy the size that you need or wait until you can get that piece. Or if your size is not available and you're loving this and you want a smaller size or a larger size, gosh, take a quick screenshot and just call the personal shopping team, 888-835-2237. It's a shortcut. That's an insider tip there. Call the personal shopping team, 888-835-2237. All right, 14 of these up for grabs. Now, your price on this is $909. That's going to be it's going to go back to that price in 48 hours. Right now, Live 25 is going to save you 25%. And that means your budget pay, which should be $182, this would make a really nice thumb ring. Your budget pay, which should be $182, when you type in Live 25, your budget pay goes to $136.49. That's big. I mean, that is wonderful. I mean, what a savings factor that is. So yes, please and thank you. Come on in. On a pointer, if you are thinking about something that's got a little bit of extra sizzle and differentiation and uniqueness as wedding bands, oh my gosh, what a great wedding band. And listen, I'm all for having an engagement ring, but with a piece that's got this kind of sophistication and elegance, this might be the only thing you do. It's really very nice. All right, your budget pay goes from $182 down to $136.49, $136.50. And that's 5 interest-free budget pays, and that will happen the minute that you say yes. So type that below. Get yourself over to shoplc.com. The item number, let me just give it to you, 8614174. 8614174 is your item number on a 24-karat yellow gold ring. Am I the only one that just thinks there's a certain, it's not drama, but it's, what's the word? It's intensity. There's a certain level of intensity to the way that 24 karat gold shows up when you wear it. I mean, the wow factor for sure. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for watching us. Live stream, I'm going to be your live stream gal today. We've got one coming up at 2 o'clock, which is Rhapsody Pieces. Some of our best work, some of our best effort, all done in 950 platinum. And then at 6 p.m., we're going to have a really fun show with some wonderful lifestyle products. We've got an air filter, we've got an air filter, there's some great fashion items. So at 6 o'clock, it's going to be all about non-jewelry products. And I think you'll enjoy learning a little bit about our Live More line and all the great deals in that particular collection as well. Okay, now coming up next, item number 6. This is a Milano chain, and it's really fun to have the different styles together so you can see the nuance, because every chain has a name based on the shape of the link. And I don't know how they get to what name for each one. Well, rope I get, but it's great to be able to identify them. So I'm going to show you what a traditional rope chain looks like, and then I'm going to show you the Milano chain next to it. Okay, and I don't think we don't have a Figaro. But here we go. So there's a traditional rope chain on the right, okay? And here is the Milano chain. And you can see that it's pretty much the same sort of basic pattern, except every once in a while you've got a section which is one group of individual links that are all elongated and expanded, and they have this beautiful sort of drape. Those long links, that is a cluster of individual jump rings that have been expanded and lengthened so that you get that wonderful back and forth kind of pattern. If you know what a Figaro chain looks like, it's 3 smaller links and a longer link. It almost has that sort of inspiration look and feel to it, because you've got a section of the smaller links and then you've got one section of the bigger links. So take a look at it again. There's your standard rope, and there's your Milano. A little bit of extra sizzle, a little bit of extra drizzle, and a little bit of extra gold, y'all. This is 5.6 grams. Oh, and a little bit of extra length as well. This one is actually 22 inches. I'm going to put this on my neckline. Every single one of these so far, I think, has been finished off with the lobster claw clasp, which gives you so much safety and security. Now, word to the wise, this one, I think it's because of the variation in those links, but this one is a little bit longer. And because of the styling, it does change the way that the diamond cutting picks up and reflects the light back to you, because the little spots on the longer links that are diamond cut are going to have a bigger flash. So they're a little more sparkly, just a little bit more dramatic. Now, here's something that I very rarely get to say. This has 7 reviews. 7 reviews, and they are all 5 stars. All 5 stars. Sometimes, I love putting together a cascade of different stones, or mixing and matching, or layering, whatever, different colors. But there's something so satisfying about I'm just going to put on my gold chain and I'm done. That's it. And listen, if you see Becky Booker in the wild, I'm going to be wearing a bunch of bracelets because I love them. But every once in a while, you have to roll that back and just go with 1, 1, 1. And if you're going to just wear one of whatever it is, you just cannot ever go wrong with a gold chain. And this one is 3 millimeters. So this one will be a little bit bigger. So much so, in fact, that most standard pendant bales are not going to fit on this. This one is meant to be worn as an elegant piece of jewelry in its own right. This is a standout. Okay, here's the reviews. Beautiful and unusual. Love it, and it's really well made. It's a great value. Patricia, thank you. Robin says, I think I may have to buy another one. You're my girl, Robin. We're related. Love the design. Looks just as nice as on TV, so thank you very much. Love the box. It arrived. I love the box that it arrived in as well. Thanks, Shop LC. Oh, such great reviews, guys. Tina wrote in as well. She said, 3mm, great for men or women. The chain gets its share of attention with sparkle and style. And see, this is just a riff. I mean, it's basically a rope chain that's got a little bit of extra something, a little bit of extra creativity. A great looking chain. Nikki Z says, so glad I made this purchase. It's such a beautiful necklace. Notice that nobody said it's a beautiful chain, and that's what you get when you increase the size of the chain. The diameter gets a little bit bigger, the drama gets a little bit more spectacular. Guess what? It's now its own beautiful piece of jewelry, and it certainly is on this one. Okay, let's talk savings now. Oof, okay. Wow, we only have 3 of these. Like 3 of these. 5.6 grams, 22 inches, so a little bit of extra sizzle, and this looks great. There is not one single type of wardrobe or clothing that this just does not rock. I mean, listen, wear it with your favorite soccer jersey, wear it with your favorite baseball jersey, wear it with your favorite whatever sport jersey you got going on. Okay, it's just fabulous. You need that, ladies, that piece that's going to show up on top of your favorite summer caftans, or that really just comfortable striped shirt dress that's so popular right now, or denim. Gentlemen, do you want something that you can dress up or dress down? This is it. This is just absolutely a fantastic classic. It's an instant home run. And your budget pay should be $278. Should be. But your budget pay today, when you drop this in the cart right now, your budget pay goes from $278, all that beauty, all that elegance, all that weight, and the lobster claw clasp, and the sparkle, all the extra workmanship. Your budget pay goes from $278 to $208.50. $208.50. You are saving almost $70 on each payment. And that's interest-free, by the way. We'll ship it out to you right away. And if you get this home, and you don't think it's a 5-star review, I can tell you, if you send this back, there will be people, this is one of our most popular, there will be a lot of folks not happy that this sold out. So don't be one of those people. I've been one of those people. I know that sounds, but I've been one of those people. There's an appetite ring that I did not get when it was on air, and I presented it, for goodness sakes. We didn't have an app back then. I wrote it down for whatever reason. I didn't get it. And to this day, I still go back every once in a while. I go back to look through the Blue Appetite rings. It's been years. It's probably been a decade now. And I know that ring is not coming back. It's gone. So it was a lesson learned. So don't do the Becky Boo, okay? Don't do I made a boo-boo. Don't do the Becky Boo-boo. Just, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. And when you get down to 3 in stock, ooh, man, you want to make sure you grab it while you can. And I'm not playing around. Seriously. I mean, I have fun doing this, but please don't mistake this happy face for anything other than serious advice. If you are thinking maybe, you should have already dropped that in your cart, because there are 3 of those to go around. And 22 inches, our most popular lengths in chains are 20, 22, and 24. Yeah, so drop the number in your checkout. We'll send it to you for free. You've got 30 days to look at it. There's no risk. There's no risk. The only risk is you miss it, and that's just years and years and years of regret. So I hope you're getting in on that. Okay, 22 inches. The item number is 818-8782. All right, 818-8782. The item number is listed down in the chat, but I'm going to tell you the item number because we're having a little hiccup. And I want you to be able to grab it while you can. You can easily go to Shop LC and drop that item in the search, It'll pop up right away. Or you could just as easily take that item and call Personal Shopper. Grab a screenshot with all the details and happy shopping. 818-8782. All right. And that Personal Shopper number, 888-835-2237. Okay, we've got another gorgeous bracelet coming up. This is a true bangle. Well, it's actually a bangle with a twist, literally. First of all, take a look at this checkerboard design. Now, it's a kind of a variation of a checkerboard design, but you've got multiple layers. So it's kind of like checkerboard meets plaid in gold. It's kind of got that vibe to it. This one is going to be 10 karat yellow gold. Personally, for bracelets, I think 10 karat is a wonderful choice because you get all of the richness, all of the wow factor of gold. It speaks for itself, really and truly, but you get an item that is really super sturdy. Now, this is designed to fit a wrist up to about 7 3/4, and I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a second. Traditional round shape. Lots of strength and sturdiness on this one as well because it's not just a bangle. It is a bangle, and I said earlier with the twist, it does have a locking closure on the side. Let me see. I love these smaller locks. I love the smaller safety closures on here because they don't mess around. But here's what happens. This actually has an insert clasp, okay? And now, look at that. Yes! This one, you would literally put it on and wrap it around your wrist, okay? I have never had more, and I think that's why I have bracelets now, because I don't have a small hand and I don't have a small wrist, and it's always been such a challenge for me to find a fitted bracelet. And a traditional bangle that you slide over has never worked for me. They do not work. Look at that. That is one sexy bracelet, y'all. Look at that. And it's gonna have that, you know, the oval is designed to kind of hug the shape of your wrist, and it will move up and down a little bit, but man, a traditional bangle is going to have so much balance because it's round. So that round shape gives you a little extra movement up and down the wrist because you've got a round wrapped around the oval shape of your wrist. So it's got lots of movement. And with a piece like this, it's got so much diamond cutting on that. Oh my gosh, that's a really pretty piece. Okay, quantity please, let's do it. We have only 2 dozen of these, and these textured bangles with the memory twist to that flexibility alone, that one little detail of the flex and the lock and the insert clasp, that trio of attributes it changes the way that this fits forever and a day because it just is so rich and it's so doable. And I tell you, when I wear a gold bracelet, I wear less of the regular beads because, you know, there's just something about wearing that singular gold bracelet. Beautiful next to your favorite timepiece or your smartwatch as well. But oh my goodness gracious. We have 24. This is going to be item number 7. The item number is 8520937. 8520937. The budget pay is normally $240. Now this one is heavy. It weighs in at 3.75 grams. Your budget pay is $240 normally, but for this show, the next 48 hours, it goes down to $8.99. $8.99. It goes down to $8.99.99. Yeah, that's incredible. So that's going to give you a budget pay. No, okay. So it goes from $11.99 to the overall price of $8.99. Wow, that's a $300 savings on gold in today's marketplace. That's okay. The budget pay goes from $240 to $180. From $240 to $180. That's a $60 savings on every single budget pay. To take this off, put one finger on either side, slip your nail underneath the safety closure, and it's a wonderful, nice closure, nice and secure, nice and tight on the safety closure. In fact, hold on. That's the thing with nails, with the manicure. But listen, if I'm struggling to get the lock open, okay, and it comes off like that, this is one of the flexiest bangles. This is so cool. I love it because this world of jewelry and gemstones, so much wonderful technology which changes the way we wear beautiful pieces of jewelry. The insert clasp gives you stability, gives you that anybody can wear it. The lock fits into place. Look at that. And it's a side saddle lock, which means it doesn't sit on the top. So just presents with that gorgeous smooth presence all the way around. All right, your budget pay goes from $240 down to $180. The overall price goes from $11.99 down to $8.99. So a substantial savings on a substantial bracelet, on a substantial gold bangle that you will go back to and wear over and over and over. And that texturing pattern compliments galore. You're going to love this on your wrist. And a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're not locked in. I love that I love that you have options, okay? All right, your item number again, 8520937, 8520937, and oh my goodness, grab that while you can. What a looker is that? Yes, indeed. All right, my friends, the budget pay is your best friend. And again, we're talking about jewelry, but it's so much more than jewelry. These are all gold pieces, so I don't have a single gemstone to show you today, and I'm not sad about that because this is something that is a forever and always item. We're talking about gold. It's important historically. It's recognition across the globe and throughout time as a precious form of portable wealth. And it is not any different in today's world. In fact, I'll tell you something. It used to be that a lot or the most, the widest use of gold used to be jewelry. And that's not the case. The world of gold jewelry is being very quickly encroached upon by all sorts of industries. And I mean electronics, medicine. Medicine. There are therapeutic uses, medicinal uses of gold. There are some silly uses of gold. I mean, you've seen the guy in New York putting gold flakes on the pizza. So, edible. There's all sorts of things. Mostly, of course, electronics, telecommunications. Gold is an amazing conductor of heat and electricity, so it's got some really amazing properties as just an element. But man, isn't it special? That's a beautiful piece of jewelry. It most certainly is. Now, this one kind of takes my breath away. The Miami Cuban. This one is 24 inches. Remember the top three lengths? 20, 22, 24. This one is 3.75 millimeters, so from side to side, an even richer display, a slightly bolder look, not overdone. I'm not talking Mr. T territory, but you can go there if you want. You can layer those up and stack them. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. But this one by itself is just so rich. Now, this one is 7.2 grams, and let's see. 7.2 grams, 24 inches, lobster claw clasp, 3.75 millimeters. If I just walked up to you on the street and I just said, close your eyes, hold out your hand, I need you to guess what this is going to be worth. I don't even know what you would guess that as. I mean, if I just said, put that in your hand and close your eyes, and the heft of it, you know right away, just from the feel of it in your hand, that there's a whole lot of something wonderful there. You feel it with your thumb and your pointer finger. It's so silky. I mean, every single one of those links is perfectly intertwined into the link on either side, and the cascading movement of those links is magical, really magical. And this is 24 inches. Some of us can put this on over the glasses. I mean, whew. Yeah, I just did that. It would have been easier without the glasses, but I'm trying to make a point here, y'all. This is hot, okay? What would you guess that that's going to be worth? I mean, how many thousands of dollars would you guess? And I mean, unless you've just been living somewhere without any internet connection whatsoever, I mean, everybody knows that the price of gold is doing all sorts of crazy things in today's world. Just bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. All right, let's talk money. First of all, there are three of these, so a very rare piece. The Cuban is very similar to a curb link, except that a curb link has a more open design, so the spaces in the middle of each link are a little bit more open. The Cuban closes in that open space, so you just get a little wink of space in between there, just enough to allow every single link to have that beautiful sort of reptilian flow. It's almost like a waterfall. It almost flows like water. Your budget pay is normally $356. I'm going to give you the item number here in just a second as well. The budget pay is $356. For those of you who wanted to shop yesterday, or for those of you who are going to wait 24 hours and then shop after the live stream price, all right? Now, 3 of these pieces and that's it. Your 25% savings, guess what's going to happen? Your price goes from $17.79 down to $13.34. Who just saved $400 on their gold necklace? 3 of you did. That's who did. Your budget pay goes from $356 to $266. That's a $90 savings. I'm using round numbers. That's a $90 savings on every single budget pay. Yeah, and it's not just an intro. Oh, we'll give you some money off the first budget pay to sort of ease you into the process, and then after that, the price goes right. It's not like purchasing a new phone, my friends. Okay, this is not an introductory offer. The deal is true. The deal is reliable. The deal is consistent. The value is right there. The wearability is off the charts. This is 24 inches, 10 karat gold. Now, just for the sake of comparison, this one's 24. Okay, I'm going to show you 22. Okay, hang on. There's 22. Not a tremendous difference, even though it's a 2-inch length. It's a 2-inch length variable. Remember, that goes all the way around the neckline, so it's not just a 2-inch drop. It's a little bit of a different presentation. And just for fun, we're going to also put on a 20-inch chain, all right, just so that you can see what it looks like. And you know what, Caroline, I might just wear every single chain from here on out.
Why not?
See why I love this lady? You are such an enabler, Caroline. I mean, really. You are such an enabler, and I love you. Really, that's what we are. Okay, word trivia. Are you ready, Caroline? She's going to get this, I think. What is the source of the word fan? If you're a fan of something, what's that word from, fan?
Oh, gosh.
You're going to laugh when I tell you the answer.
I don't know.
The word fan is from the word fanatic. So if you're a fan, that's kind of like a language shortcut for just saying, I'm a fanatic. It means you are all in. In fishing language, Caroline, it means hook, line, and sinker, okay? But it's hard not to be all in with these deals. 20, 22, 24, I mean, you will literally feel like a kid in a candy store. And can I tell you something about buying gold from Shop LC? Another good thing, by the way. The deal on this one goes from $356 down to $266, so that's huge. But here's the thing. If you were going to go into a gold dealer and you were going to say, oh, I want that one, they would walk over with a little hook and take that clump off the display wall, and they would take that piece and they would lay it on a scale, and then they would do this. There'd be a lot of calculating going on. They give you a price. Some places, take it or leave it. There's no review period. Okay, this is it. You love it. You're out the door. Fine, it's yours. Good luck. Have a nice life. You have a 30-day money back period. If you spend your first budget pay on this at $266, and you get to the 25th or the 26th or the 27th day or the 28th day, and the price of gold has gone crazy, guess what? You still get back your $266. You get back exactly what you spent. So there's absolutely no consideration about what kind of gyrations the marketplace has been doing out there in that world, because in this world, that budget pay, you are the king. You're the center of your center stage. So your first budget pay of $266, it'll be $267. It's $266.99. Your first budget pay gets it home. If you have a change of heart for any reason, you don't even have to give us a reason. You just say, you know what, second thoughts, gonna send it back. That's okay. But there's no restocking fee within that period. There's no adjustment for marketplace fluctuations. Big language, okay, which says you may or may not get all your money back. You spend $266 today. You get it home for that review period. If you return it, because we don't have a lot of returns on gold chains, my friends. If you return it, you get back that same amount. So we want you to love it so much that we're willing to get out there and go out there on a limb for you. Okay, so I love that because, you know, in today's world, you need to know that we are your reliability source. Okay, we're talking about the Milano. We're talking about the Miami Cuban. It's this one. It's 24 inches. And the budget pay is going to go back to $356. But right now, I've got 3 of them. Now, write down your number. It's 857-3895, okay? 857-3895. There's a little hiccup with the software today. And so the items have not been loading like they normally do. But you can take that number and just drop it in the search at shoplc.com. You can actually, it's in the chat. You can copy it out of the chat, or you could just simply call a personal shopper. My method is even lazier. I just grab my camera, I take a picture, I call the person, I just send it. Hey, I want this one. You can do that with your personal shopper. That's why it's called a personal shopper. You don't have to pay anything extra for that, by the way, which I love. Okay. Thank you all for joining us on the live stream. We have been really having some fun with gold today, because that's hard to do in today's world, my friends, because gold is one of those things out there where there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of worrisome fluctuations that happen all the time in the marketplace. When you're ready to take a look at adding gold to your collection because you know it's valuable, you know what the value is built in, you know that every price increase in the price of gold as a commodity also increases the value of all the gold that you own, whether it's old or new. This is a pretty simple process. You don't have to know about the 4 C's or the diamond grading. There's no controversy here. There's nothing except the reliability and the forever and always that the value of gold provides for us. And that is a safe haven in today's marketplace where it seems that everything is open for discussion. We're going to go back to the hand right now, and we're going to give you another piece that will show up with that beautiful diamond cut dragon. And this is a very small quantity as well, only 18 of these, and 2.5 grams of 10 karat yellow gold. You have kind of a lug design on the shoulders. This is a very compact profile, so when you look at this from the side, you see the detail of the dragon. It literally sits above. So this is not just one flat piece that's got a design stamped into it. No ma'am, no sir. This has some craftiness, this has some precision, and this has some work. And the diamond cutting starts out, wraps around the entire presentation of that dragon. And let me just put it on this way so you can see what it looks like. I'll turn it around. Hold on. Because the dragon, the dragon, the symbolism of the dragon and the snake sort of go together. So they both are very, very, very representative of something that's known as a guardian or a watchdog, or something that provides safety and security. Now let's talk about safety and security, okay? Because your budget pay on this is going to be a big thing. Your budget pay normally is $156, and remember, it's 5 payments and that's it. It's not a long drawn out process, 36, 24. No, it's 5 payments, short and sweet, simple, reliable. It's a process that you can rely on, okay? Your budget pay is normally $156. Total price is going to be $780. Type in live 25, your price goes to $585. And your budget pay goes from $156 to $117. And you are locked in with that savings on each one of those 5 budget pays. Now, I have that deal for 18 of you. For the 19th and the 20th and the 21st, I got nothing because I only have 18 rings, okay? Beautiful classic lug design. And then that dragon, I mean, look, you've got diamond cut sizzle that you can almost see from just a flat image, just a one-dimensional picture, and you can tell from looking at that. There's a lot of sparkle. The slightest little bit. Are you seeing this? This is flash. And Caroline, you could use this as an emergency signal beacon.
It is really sparkly.
It's seriously on fire. That's really pretty. And the little cast, just look at the edges. I mean, the way that sparkles, there are like little baguette shapes that make the rays, they look like rays of sunshine coming off of that center stone. And they don't just go in one direction. They go in one direction, chung, 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 kind of offset. And then there's another cross-cut section that comes back in and it bounces the light back in the other direction. Look how pretty that is. That's serious, my friends. Okay, budget pay from 156 all the way down to 117, but only for 18 of you. And let's see, 779. This is available in size 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's a very handsome piece. Anybody could wear that, and it's got a nice, comfortable, smooth finish on the back as well. So it's never going to be. It's just always going to be perfect. Look at that on the hand. It's just so nice. Okay, moving on. Moving and grooving. Thank you all for joining us for the live stream. My name is Becky Booker. I'm your downtown rock hound, and I love helping you find that spot in your budget where you realize, you know what? Those people at Shop LC are a little crazy, but I like what they're doing because they save me a lot of money and give me a lot of choices. It's the best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. We're focusing on gold this morning, my friends, because gold is something that is way more than just a beautiful piece of jewelry. And I love that it's just a straightforward transaction. You see the piece you love, the concentration of gold, the gram weight of the item, any upgrades like diamond cutting or over the extra manufacturing details, any of those wonderful additions like a lobster claw clasp or diamond cutting or extra manufacturing details. All of those are value factors, and it's a big deal. It's a wonderful way. I'm just wearing 3, 1 in 20, 1 in 22, 1 in 24. Because you've got so many choices here, okay? And I want you to see the different lengths so you know exactly how long they are, what they're sort of going to look like on the neckline. Okay, now this one. Oh my gosh. What a pretty piece. One of my favorites here. And you've got you've got end caps on this one that have the little tubular end caps. And I love that because you've got a nice opening on the end. A beautiful upgrade on the lobster claw clasp as well. This is done in 10 karat yellow gold, and this one is also going to be 20 inches. 3.85 grams. You've got substance, you've got style, you've got a wonderful amount of gold in a very, very, very strong silhouette. And by the way, every single one of these is free shipping, and every single one of these has been interest-free budget pay as well, with a 30-day return. Now, this is called a Palma. Is this the Palma? Do I have the right one?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, okay. A beautiful piece, and one that is just really, really so popular here at Shop LC. Very quickly gaining in popularity compared to those robes, compared to the Milanos. And this is what you get, my friends. This is not walking into the little store in the corner of the mall, and you've got just little tiny threads, little tiny, the width of 2 human hairs. These are beefy. These are substantial. These are show up. And that's what you want in gold. I mean, why buy it if you can't wear it and enjoy it? Why have it if it doesn't look good? Why put it on your body? Why trade dollars for it if it's just something that's invisible? And this silhouette is so elegant. So let's talk about money. Okay, let me check the quantity. Hold on. Now, do we have this in a couple of different lengths? Is that what I'm seeing here? 604257. Oh no, it's just reprinted. Okay.
Yeah.
3.20, but they're all 20 inches, correct?
I believe so.
Okay, so we've got 6 altogether. I'm just checking to make sure. I don't want to overpromise here, okay? I don't want to tell you I have 12 if I only have 6. I have 6. I'm seeing 6. Is that correct, Caroline?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's worth a minute to double check it. Okay. $12.99.99. Type in live 25. Guess what? Your price goes down to $9.74. $9.74. Your budget pay, and here's where I keep talking about budget pay. I use budget pay, and you may say, well, why do you use budget pay? Well, I like to pay off my credit card. I like to pay off my credit cards every single month in full, so I don't have to pay interest. Okay, so if I don't have interest, budget pays 0 interest. So if I put one payment on my credit card, I can pay that off in full every month because there's no interest between me and Shop LC. So now I'm using. Now my credit card's working for me because I'm not paying any interest, between me and Shop LC. I'm not paying any interest between me and my credit card. And I'm keeping that monthly payment on my credit card. And I'm earning my points, which, listen, points are points, okay? So I'm basically making my dollars work twice. 0 interest with Shop LC, paying my card in full, 0 interest there, I get my points. That's the method that I use. I'm not saying that that's the only method. I'm not saying that's the right method. I'm just saying you do you. But I'm saying for me, that's how I play it. That's why I use Budget Pay, because it makes it affordable. And I don't just tell you guys buy gold, find what your sweet spot is. And I don't just say that. I mean, I do that. So I want you to understand that that's something that I believe in. Okay, $12.99. Your item number, 860-4257. The item number is in the chat, and we are having a little bit of difficulty. This is item number 10 in the lineup, and you'll have to look it up by the item number 860-4257. But I really do just call personal shoppers as well. Oh no, I lost my number. It's gone from my brain. I have too many personal shopper numbers in my head. 888.
835.
Hold on.
2237.
888-835-2237. We have 2 different groups. One works with the TV side. One works with the live stream side, and I'm stuck in the middle. 888-835-2237. Thank you, Carolyn. Okay. My friends, this is what we do, and we're very happy to do it. This is something that we enjoy doing, the teaching, the explaining, the helping, and I hope that you enjoy that part of it as well, because this is what you do when you respect and value your clients and your customers. This is what happens when you treat your customers as family members, and when your overall goal in life is to be your family. We want to be your family jeweler. It sounds audacious to presume that we would want to do that, but that's what we do. We want to be your family jeweler, and we want to do that one beautiful item at a time. So if you've reached a milestone, if you've accomplished a certain thing, whatever it is, if you haven't, treated yourself to something fabulous in a long, long time, because life gets busy and because we tend to put ourselves last on the list because there's stuff to do. Well, very often owning a beautiful gold chain is something that's a little bit further down on the list, because you're thinking about taking care of this person or taking care of that person, or you've got another financial commitment here or there or wherever. And if you're looking at the traditional retail model, thousands of dollars, I mean, this is not an item that you may never think, you may just automatically say to yourself, no, can't afford it. But this is the place where you swap out no for maybe. You say, instead of no, that's never going to happen, you say, well, what if I can make that work? It's good to have a dream, and it's even better. It's the best when you can see that you've got all of the elements at play to help you make those dreams come true. Not just window shopping, but actually gold owning. The budget pay, the extra savings, the way that our buying team goes in and negotiates these deals so that we can pass them on to you. It's a wonderful thing, and I'm telling you that not as a presenter. I'm a presenter. I love what I do, but I'm also telling you that just as a friend, a neighbor, and a fellow shopper. So this is a 20. This is what 20 inches looks like. Where is it?
Yeah.
20, 22, and 24. All right, we're going to be moving and grooving. And you know what? I'm going to take these off so I don't complicate the issue here, so you can see very clearly and plainly. All right, coming up next, we're going to give you a chance to grab one of 3 Franco chains. They are beautiful. It's amazing to me that everybody's got their favorite. I think that that's a great thing. The Franco chain, the item number will be, let's see, 867-2481. 867-2481. It'll be 20 inches and it weighs in at 5.5 grams. The item number is 867-2481, and it is in 10 karat yellow gold. This is item 11. If you're following along, don't necessarily need to do the items today because we're giving you the actual item numbers, because you'll need to check that out online at shoplc.com. Now there's a low stock warning on these, so I'm just letting you know that this is another one of those pieces that in this particular batch is sort of last call. So here we go. 8672481, 10 karat yellow gold Franco chain in 20 inches, and it weighs in at 5.5 grams. All right, my friends, let me see. Okay, I think I have this laying up here on the side. Is that right? Let's see.
They should be in order, so
Okay.
should be the first one on your left.
5.5, 2.5 millimeter. Yeah, okay, I've got it. Oh, now this has got really nice end caps. Look at this. Wow. The Franco chain, some people will say it looks like a double wheat, and it kind of does have that look and feel. And if you look at it from the side, it's almost like two pieces are rolled all together. So it looks a little bit like some people will say a double wheat. Other people, you'll see the pattern, and some people will say that the pattern looks like a curb link, and from a certain angle it does, but there's another dimension there because it's not just one flat link, it's actually going to be two layers. So when you put it in your hand and you feel it, it almost has kind of a squared off feeling. A spring ring closure on this one. This one is also 20 inches, 5.5 grams, so it's right there in the sweet spot of affordability. And let me tell you about the savings on this one. 20 inches on this one, and a very limited with only 8 pieces to go. No, only 3 pieces in stock. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Now, are there two links on this one behind the scenes? There's another one. Okay. Oh, okay. So there's a 24-inch piece as well. So the one that I'm showing you is actually 20 inches, but if you want that link style in a longer length, so we've got a 20 and a 24. There may be a slight variation in the 24-inch chain because obviously it will be more gold. The 20-inch chain is every day $1349.99. Okay, now when you type in live 25, $1349.99 goes all the way down to $1,012. 1,012. So that is, how much is that savings? That is I'm going to say $320. It's a little bit more than that. But your budget pay, is there a budget pay on this one?
It doesn't look like it. I would call personal shoppers because they might have just forgot to activate it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a budget pay. So just for...
If there was, this is what I would assume it would be.
Thank you. The budget pay, and I'm pretty sure it would be very unusual for it to not have a budget pay. The budget pay on this, if Caroline and I are doing this right, will be just under $203. And that's 5 payments of $203. So that's remarkable. Okay, $1349. Oh, hold on. I'm going to see what the difference would be. $1349.99. Okay. So the budget pay is normally $270. It goes down to $203. So from $270, that's a savings of about $67 on each one of those budget pays. Okay, and the math here is remarkable. This is 5.5 grams, Caroline, 20 inches. What a deal is that? Oh my gosh. And on the neckline, this does have a little extra shimmer to it as well. The item number is listed in the comments. So drop it in the search bar at shoplc.com. The item number is 867-2481. There's also a 24-inch sister length that goes with this. And if you want a longer length on this one, please talk to the personal shopper because we don't have a lot of those lengths as well. So the item number is 867-2481. There will be a different item number for the 24-inch chain. Let me just take a quick picture of that because that's a very good budget pay. Woo-hoo. Yes, ma'am. I like it. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us on the live stream today. I can remember just, 18 months ago, we would bring you in pretty much an entire day of gold. And with all of the things that are happening in the gold marketplace today, I mean, it's a challenge, I'll be honest with you. And that is where I have to tell you that our buying team is really good at saying no. And what does that mean for you? It means that if the deal is not right, we just very simply, if the offer, let me just say this, if the offer is not a true deal that works for you, we just say no. That math works out surprisingly. We surprisingly take the no on about 80% of the things that we look for. I just stopped into Tom's office yesterday and said, hey, what do you think about this particular item? I said, I think this might work. And he said, yes, but he said, the thing is we've gotten some prices on that, and it's just not going to work. We haven't found the person that's willing to come on board with the low price, the incredible value, the big savings that we love to build into every single piece. So you just have to be patient and wait around. But I like knowing that I've got a team that is true to that methodology. They're not just willing to, this is in the moment, let's just throw it up and see what we can get for it. No. The math has to work for you. Otherwise, it's not what we do. Okay. All right, look at this one. Now, this has got a beautiful design. It almost looks like little beads mixed in with a chevron design. And it's not a very wide piece. So across the band this way, it's going to be about 2.5 or 3 millimeters. So it's not a super wide band, but because of the detailing on it, it really does show up very nicely. And 43 of those. Now this one weighs in at 1.25 grams. Wedding bands, middle of the hand, stack rings, thumb rings. There's just really and truly no scenario where this is going to be anything other than fabulous. So the regular price on this is $439.99 at Shop LC. That's an $88 budget pay. But for the live stream purposes, and for all of you out there today who are taking advantage of a big 25% savings, guess what? We have from size 6 all the way up to size 10, and your budget pay goes from $88 to $66. That's a $22 savings on every single budget pay. A $22 savings on every single budget pay. Yeah. And it's a beautiful piece. Can you imagine facing the world every day with a beautiful bit of sparkle on your thumb? That's gorgeous. And it's very, very wearable. It's very, very doable. So get on in and grab these while you can. All right, we're going to be moving and grooving. Thank you again so much for joining us. So many great deals in this gold show. And there are gold pieces that they're not in the show that are waiting for you behind the scenes. If you're looking for a particular style or a silhouette or something that's a specific thing, gosh, personal shoppers, they will definitely help you find it. So reach out, 888-835-2237. They are definitely there to help you find the pieces that you need. Goodness gracious. Hey, we had a great time at Gem Fest yesterday. If you weren't able to join us in Austin, I heard that the next Gem Fest is coming up in October. So take a little sticky note, put a happy face on it, write Gem Fest underneath, and put that on the October calendar so you know that it's coming up. And as soon as we get the date, we'll be announcing that. And hopefully you'll be able to join us for the next one because they're a lot of fun. Okay, speaking of a lot of fun, the paper clip is a lot of fun and definitely very quickly earning its keep in the world of fashion and must-have accessories. I mean, Caroline, for a while, I was watching a detective show and the lead actor was a female, a woman, and every single episode she was wearing her paperclip chain. And I was like, yes, we got it. Every single episode, I'm like, I want a little piece of Hollywood. And here's the thing I love about a paperclip chain. You know, if you're looking at any of the other chains, a rope, a Figaro, any other, paperclip chain doubles down because you can take that lobster claw clasp and literally hook it into any of the links in most cases. So that if you need to wear this or you want to wear this as a Y or what we call a lariat style, you can easily do that. This one actually measures in at 20 inches. But if you're going to wear a higher collar and you wanted to wear something that's just kind of a little bit of a relaxed collar or a little bit of a choker kind of feel, this is the one. All right, 3.3 grams, the item number on this. Let me give it to you. The item number, now we do have it in 20 and 22 inches. So in this case, it looks like they may be the same price. The budget pay is $184, and that's based on our regular price of $919, okay? Both finished off with the lobster claw clasp. $919, wow. Your budget pay goes from $184 down to $138. And let me show you what I mean. So I may because of the lighting, I may need the mirror, Caroline, so I'm going to put this over here. But this is one of those pieces where you just go, okay, I see what you're doing there. Sometimes you need a little bit of a shorter necklace, you know. Hold on. Sometimes you need a shorter piece. And the links themselves have a little bit of width to them. So you would have to have a charm or a bail that's a little bit bigger, because this is going to actually be probably about 4 millimeters across, 3.3 grams. Oh, 3 millimeters across. So you would have to have a larger bail, but you don't need to add anything to a paper clip. A paper clip is its own embellishment. You don't have to add anything to it. Now you can take a little charm and dangle it from the bottom if you wanted, or if you don't want to do that and you wanted a 16-inch chain, or you need a 14-inch chain, or you pick the size, this is going to be great. Really, really nice. If you, gentlemen, or anybody out there, let's say you need something more substantial for a bracelet, guess what? You could go twice around a 10-inch wrist. You could go twice around a 10-inch ankle. And that would be pretty amazing. Now, let me show you. When you put the lobster claw clasp, it's this gorgeous continuation, and that lobster claw clasp disappears. You don't even see it. I mean, it just becomes another link in the chain. It's really pretty. All right, $919 if you wait around and get it later. But right now, that $919, bye-bye. Hello to 20% off. 25% off. It goes down to $689. Yes, it does. $689. And this is very unusual because we've got a 20 and a 22-inch chain, the same silhouette, just a longer length. I'm going to give you one item number 816-8405. 816-8405. All right. Your budget pay on that one goes down to $137.99. It would be $138 from $184. Big savings on every single one. Big savings on gold. Just blows my mind that we can do that. Really, that's a great thing. Great day. Okay, my friends, we do the live stream shows now on a regular basis. We do the live streams on Saturday and Sunday, one at 10 a.m., one at 2 p.m., one at 6 p.m. both days. Monday through Friday, we have a live stream at 8 a.m. and one at 10 a.m. Then we have one at 2, one at 4, and one at, is it 6 or 8? It's 6. 6. So 2, 4, and 6. So 8 and 10 a.m. and then 2, 4, and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
It's actually 2, 6, and 8 p.m.
Oh, 2, 6, and 8. Sorry, 2, 6, and 8. Okay. Now here's the cool thing. Television is in the moment and gone, okay? But live streams, there's a whole library, and you can watch the shows on Instagram. You can watch them on Facebook, all free. YouTube, you can watch them all on any of those venues. And when they're on those venues, there's sort of a live stream library that happens behind the scenes. So you can go back and rewatch for sure. But remember, the prices are good for 48 hours from the time that the show was originally aired. So if you want to go back and follow along, or let's say maybe you know somebody who's shopping for a certain thing, you might just want to share the show. And on all those social media platforms, godly, we like, follow, and share. We can always use some friends out there in the world of social media. And this is exactly why. Did you see how cute this is, Caroline?
Yes, it's super cute. I tried it on.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's 4 of them left. And they're only in size 6 and size 7. So if you're going to get it, you better get it. And you just better be glad that there's not an 8 or a 9 in there, or a 10, because I'd be having this in my cart right now.
6 and 7 is just my size.
It's just your size, you sweet petite. All right, here we go. Okay. This is another electroform piece. And I just, listen, we're called the Lone Star State here in Texas. So we have stars everywhere. You just never know where the stars are going to show up in Texas. But that's adorable, and it's 24 karat gold. I love that, and it's brushed. Don't you love the brush finish on that? So the star itself is kind of a satiny finish, and then the band is a contrast because it's this beautiful sort of bright color. Look at that. Now the everyday price on that for 24 karat pure gold, mind you, okay, is $469. That's a budget pay of $94. When you type in Live 25, your budget pay goes down to $70.50. $70.50. That's what is that? $2 and how much a day? It's like $2.30 a day, Caroline. You need a star. Caroline, it's $2.30. You know what, Caroline? I could wear the size 6 as a midi ring. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, it's 24 karat gold. I am unabashedly shopping today. I do not apologize for shopping. Okay, I gotta get a better picture of that. Oh, yes. Okay, this is so cute. Can you imagine this as a graduation present, Caroline?
Oh, it would be so cute.
Are you graduating from anywhere?
Maybe.
Are you taking a class? Are you taking a course?
Graduated.
You are
10 years ago.
You're a lifelong learner. You're studying. You're always studying something. I know you. You smart thing. You. Busted. Not just smarty pants, but she's also smart. I like it. Okay. Wow. I can't believe that the budget pay goes down to $70.50. That's cool. That's $2 and that's $2 and something a day. Okay, that's a great deal, and it's 24 karat gold, y'all. 24 karat gold. I mean, I don't know how many of these we had originally, but for us to only have 4 in this lineup, that tells me all I need to know about how stinking popular this one is. Okay, 861-4127. 861-4127. Look at that. And you've got the satin finish on the star itself, and then the bright polish on the band, all the way around. Okay. That's your number, 861-4127. Go behind the scenes, pick the size that you need, and just enjoy it. I mean, that's a beautiful piece. That's a beautiful piece. Okay. Let's see. Can we do the little ingot next? Mm-hmm. Can we do the little ingot / bar?
Oh yeah, that's what I had up.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. And listen, normally we have the item number. You just click it and you go right there. But we're having a little boo-boo today, and I don't know why. Sometimes that happens. But you can still shop, okay? I just do screenshot personal shopper. That's my method. 888-835-2237. But you can also go, Caroline's putting each item number in the comments. So you can go back and copy that and then paste it in the search bar at Shop LC. And if you wanted to, drop it in your cart online, they're all free shipping. The Live 25 button should be working as well. So if you're having any difficulty or problems with that, please send us share us a little quick comment so that we'll know you're having some troubles, but hopefully it won't be. And hopefully you're getting your fair share of these deals. Now, okay, I'm scratching my head on this one because it says necklace, okay? And when it says necklace, that means that there's a pendant. It's a fully finished piece. I mean, that means in this case it's the pendant and the chain. Okay, so this is out of the box. This is off the charts, ready to wear. Excuse me. You're going to get the 10 karat gold necklace. I'm just going to check. I mean, come on, 10 karat gold on this one. You're going to get the little ingots, okay, are also electroform. So they have a huge amount of detail. The chain that comes with it is also 10 karat gold. It's not. I was going to bet that it was gold for May. I was betting, Caroline, that this is gold over sterling silver, but this is gold. Okay, $379.99. 7 reviews, an average of 4.6 stars. The 10 karat chain is included. Altogether, you're looking at 1.1 grams. But look at the way that that's finished. Isn't that so beautiful? It's finished on the side with what's almost kind of a Moroccan sort of a screen design. It's almost got kind of the flower of life design on the side. It's really nice. And again, that is an electroform piece that has lots and lots of wonderful detail. 1.1 grams altogether. Now, 4.6 average reviews over 7 reviews, 4.6 stars. Your price on this one, I'm just going to do budget. Your budget pay is 76, drops down to 57. From 76 to 57. We have saved you so much money on every single gold item today. And I know you may have just sworn off gold. You may have said, oh man, there's no way in this climate with these price points, and You know, you walk through a store, a department store, your eyes just glaze over and you say to yourself, well, I just missed my window. I missed the opportunity. I'm out. I'm done. I'm all in. Can't do that. You know what? Maybe you can. This is exactly what I'm talking about. A piece like this, which is just so beautiful. And you know what? This is what I said. I started off the show and I said, listen, it doesn't have to be a huge, gigantic piece. The way that you build a substantial collection of gold is one beautiful piece at a time. And you find that spot where it suits your budget. We give you choices and we give you opportunities across the board. No matter what your budget is, every shopper is welcomed and treasured here at Shop LC. That's why we have so many different price points just in one show. So that it's an all skate. Everybody enjoys. Maybe it's buying something for yourself or somebody else. Maybe you're giving that special student a special gift. You know, I mean, I was so shocked yesterday. I was so surprised. It's always so wonderful to see shopping in action, because when we have Gem Fest, the whole event just reminds me of a beehive. There's just this little hum that goes behind the scenes, and you can just almost hear the joy in action. You can see people shopping. You can see people enjoying the process. There's no fuss. There's no worry. There's no aggravation. There's no, oh, can I afford it? There's none of that, because we've done our absolute best to get rid of all that. We want this to be a wonderful shopping experience, something that you enjoy, something that you catch a glimpse of yourself wearing this as you check your reflection throughout the day, here, there, wherever, maybe just simply in the rear view of your car, and you say to yourself, oh my gosh, you know what, I'm so glad that I got that. And it's just kind of a sigh of relief that finally somebody gets you, and gives you multiple choices at price points that work for every budget. That to me is the best part about it, okay? The best part about it for a long time. If you wanted a bargain like this on gold, you could go in many stores and it would just be unavailable. Yeah, you walk into some place and say, listen, I've only got a couple $100 to spend, but I want something really nice. Yeah, we've got some sterling silver, and the apologetic, kind of, not here. We're going to work really hard to bring you some really great values, and this is a case in point. I mean, these are really fun pieces, and they're gold. As the gold market continues to go up, as those prices continue to escalate, the value of all the gold that you own continues to grow. That's the peace of mind that comes with buying gold. You work with your budget, and you will never go wrong. Work with your budget. Follow your heart. Follow your budget. Let those two things come together, and you will find a wonderful value and a beautiful thing every single time. And if you get stuck in that process, or you need a little help, Personal Shoppers will help you out. 888-835-2237. Okay. Now that one, we have only about 4 dozen. So it's really important that you grab that while you can. Your price, by the way, let me just say it again, goes from $379 down to $284. That's the whole price. Okay. And if you want to do the monthly payments, fine. No interest, no credit check, no qualifying. Don't need to ask you for your social security number or anything like that. $76 is the regular budget pay. The live stream budget pay is $57. Okay, all done. How many would you like? And I'll tell you this as well. One of the things that we saw last year in 2025, gold had some opening year little fluctuations. It went boom, boom, boom at the beginning of the year, and then it kind of tapers off, because the summer months, spring and summer, typically the jewelry market kind of cools down a little bit because you're doing other things. You got spring break, and then before you know it, you're on summer vacation. There's some big holidays in there as well. But then once school goes back into session and you're back to the regular routine, you're back to the regular budget. There's no more, big barbecues or big events. You're past all the, the wedding season and the graduation season. Once things get back to the norm, the next big bump in the marketplace is always Black Friday, and it's almost always driven by pure customer demand. We don't have any control over that, guys. That supply and demand, that affects prices across the board from suppliers everywhere. I thought it was really interesting, though, that when you saw the buying team really get out there and hustle to make sure that we could bring you incredible Black Friday deals, and in spite of that, in spite of the marketplace baboom, we did that. But keep in mind, you know, you're only a few weeks away literally from Black Friday. So we were in July, August, September, October, November. So you're really right now only about 16 weeks from Black Friday. Think about that for just a second. Let's just think about that. Black Friday is a weekend where everybody's looking for a value. It's 72 hours. It's in person, in stores and malls. It's online retailers. We have Black Friday events here. But it's a limited number of hours, okay? And I cannot predict what's going to happen to gold prices during that frenzy, but there is a frenzy. And a lot of times on commodities like gold, you will see a bump in the price, and we have no control over that. We do our absolute best to mitigate those price increases, but our hands are tied. We're just out there holding down the fort for you as much as we can. So think about this if you're thinking about making this holiday season something really important for that special someone, and you want to say that by buying them a wonderful gold piece. Think about getting it now, because now you've got it locked in at a really great value, and you don't have to worry about the Black Friday frenzy. You don't have to worry about that. You know you're done. And the other bonus is, by the time the holidays roll around, you got it all paid off. You know, 5 budget pays means that by the time January rolls around, you're sitting pretty. You're not working on any budget pays anymore. You're all done. So, you know, there's a lot of wisdom to advanced purchasing and doing that kind of thing. All right, Miss Caroline. We've got a beautiful spiga coming up now, and it is a gorgeous piece. This is a multiple strand. It's got a little kink, and you just roll that right out. Not a big deal. But I love this. This is a triple spiga. A spiga is something, again, that also, many of you will see this, and it will remind you of a wheat chain. No, this is not it. Let's see. What did I do? Did I put it aside already? Okay, I did. Okay. Well, Caroline, what did I do with that one?
Should have been close to the end.
Was it? Okay, hold on. Maybe I got it confused. I did. Okay, I put it aside. Okay, thank you. Please stand by. Okay, finished off with the spring ring. And this is that triple spiga in 10 karat yellow gold, 1.85 grams, 20 inches, traditional spring ring closure. So you've got all the elements of an instant classic. Now, what blows me away on this one, my friends, is that price. Okay, you're at $469. Now the budget pay is already waiting for you. So we've already got 4 payments of $94. That's not a big deal. That's about $3 a day. So if you're using a budgeting app and you can see the day to day, go back and check your budgeting app and see, can you swing $3 a day for 5 months? Check it out. Open that app and see. Because again, think about, and you know, everybody does things their own way. So my job is to help you figure out how, because these are things that undeniably are the yes or the must-haves or the long-term, I'm so glad I bought that thing. That's what gold is. It's been that way for thousands of years. So I'm not introducing the latest and greatest product. You know, this is not the latest brand of, you know, laundry detergent. This is reliable. This is something that is well beyond proven the test of time. $469 in today's marketplace for 1.85 grams. And it looks like spun gold. It looks like spun sugar. Take a look at that. All right. Budget pay right now is $94, $3 a day. When you type in live 25, your price on the budget pay goes down to $70.50. That's a $24 savings times 5 budget pays, all right? And this is one too that's an either or. What do I mean by that? It's either a beautiful, gorgeous necklace that you wear all by itself, a beautiful strand of gold on your neckline for the whole world to see, or it's a piece that maybe you recently purchased a beautiful pendant. Maybe you've got a gorgeous Luxoro piece or a gold piece or any kind of piece that you want to put on there. So this is very pendant friendly, but it's also very show up rich as well. $469. Your price goes down to $352. $352. The $94 budget pay goes down to $70.50. But in this particular batch, oh man, Caroline, we have four of these. So please, I know it's July. I know it's hot as blazes outside. Okay, everybody's thinking about their tomato plants dying and how am I going to keep the flowers alive? You have many, many things to think about. But just give yourself a little crystal ball moment where you're looking at the holidays for just a second. Maybe you're not going to buy a gold chain for everybody on the list. If you are, it's great. But this might be that one special gift for that one special person. Okay, we all have those moments. We all have those moments in those years. And if you're having one of those moments with your person, that special person, a gold chain would be a great way to say happy holidays, okay? Especially when you can get it now and it's ready to go and all paid for by the time the holidays roll around. Okay, that item number, let's get the item number for you. That item number is 852-0927. 852-0927. Technically, that's going to be item 17. However, we're having a little bit of a difficulty this morning. The computer has not had enough coffee. So we're working on the caffeine equation for the electronics. In the meantime, type in that number in the shop bar, the search bar at Shop LC, 852-0927. And that one will pop right up. Or you can simply take a screenshot of the item on your screen and reach out to our personal shopping team and they'll get you all set up. Their number is 888-835-2237 for personal shopping. Look how pretty that is. Just so classic. There's just no art. They're just some silhouettes that are iconic and a gorgeous gold chain.
Yeah, we fixed it.
Oh, we did. Yay. Thank you. See, she's a wizard. I'm telling you right now. So smart. I don't know. What did you do? Do you know?
I won't reveal my secrets.
I like that answer. That's really good. We all have a recipe with a secret ingredient. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Okay, thank you, Caroline. Could you hear her? I could hear you pecking on the keyboard the whole time. I was like, she's going to get it. That's our girl. All right, we are back. So thank you to everybody tuning in for the live streams. There are a lot of things available behind the scenes. So anytime you come in and get confirmed on one of these and you have that moment where you think, oh, I should check on this or that. Got personal shopping, y'all? Send them a message. They'll be happy to help you out. And if you haven't checked out Lab Grown Diamonds, I'm just going to say, in my humble opinion, you are missing the boat. You are missing the boat. Okay. This one is going to be coming up next, and it is a gorgeous bracelet. It's a paperclip bracelet, but it's not the standard paperclip. This is an alternating size. Standard paperclip has every link the same size all the way down. This is a big and little, big and little, big and little. So you've got really kind of a paperclip, which is almost alternating with kind of a cable link, but I'm just going to call it a paperclip. There it is, and there it is in big detail. You can see. This is a great piece to have on hand because it's one of those iconic looks on the wrist that's really, really rich. Okay, and it's a paper clip, so it's gold, it's forever and always, but it's got a little bit of trending fashion, if you will. And this is finished off with a big lobster claw clasp. And the thing that you'll love about this too, among the many things, is that this end is not a separate loose jump ring. So it's a fixed ring, and you'll love that because it means that you don't have to chase it down to put it on. You just go boom, and there it is. I love it. Okay, there you go. Now let's talk about the money. Let's talk about the savings because the savings add up for you every single time. The Shop LC everyday price is $1,249, okay? Oops, check your math. It is not $18,000. She did the... Leo is learning his multiplication tables and division, and it is so funny to watch him try to figure that out.
I always hit the wrong buttons.
Me too. How many times I've got the calculator right here, and I have to do it so many times. Oh wait, that's wrong. Welcome to humans. Humans and math. It's a thing. All right, the math is mathing for you today, in spite of that little boo-boo. All right. Normally, $1,249. Right now, okay, now, we have 5 of these, y'all. 5 of these, and that's it. 3.6 grams. All right, 1, 2, 49, 12.49. Look at that. I mean, is that not just gorgeous? It is. And this just, this goes to show you, if you think about links, like if you think about the shapes of individual links, a chain like a paper clip gives you lots and lots of options because the link itself has a certain amount of universal appeal. And because each one of these links is open, then now you can put these together in all sizes. I can put a big one, I can put a little one, I can group them together a little bit differently. So you're going to see lots and lots of variation in what we call a paper clip design. And I think that's really cool because it means that they don't all look alike. You see a subtle variation as well in a rope chain. The rope chain itself can have all of the jump rings put together very consistently in a very tight stack, or they can be a little bit loose. They could be a little bit more unfurled, and then in that case, we call it a Singapore. You can put different diamond cutting textures. They can be bright polished. They can be velvet finished. So it's really fun and interesting to see how just one thing, just the element of gold, can be maneuvered and changed, and to see how this becomes a vehicle for creative expression. I think that's just marvelous, okay? And it gives you, again, some individuality in wearing gold. So that's a really great deal. All right, did somebody say great deal? This is $250 on the budget pay. And when you type in Live 25, this is going to be item, what is it, 16 now? Or 17? 17. When you type in item 17 is already down below. You just click on that. You'll get all the details. Drop it in your cart. There are only 5 of these. You lock in the savings that we're giving you right now in the live stream, which is a limited offer. 48 hours. Get ready, get set, shop. $1249.99. It goes down to $937, and your budget pay goes from $250 down to $188. I'm rounding up. It goes from $150 to $188. That is what we do at Shop LC. We make the math work for you. We've had so many different price points and so many different silhouettes in this show, just in 2 hours. And that's just a little bit of the many, many, many different styles and variations and price points that are waiting for you behind the scenes at Shop LC. And that's why I really do encourage you to make a friend. Personal shopper is a friend, just a friend you haven't met yet. And it's not just a regular customer service experience. Personal shoppers will become your jewelry friend. You'll be able to communicate with them directly. You may have a wish list. You may be looking for a certain thing. They will save you so much time and so much money. So reach out to them and let them pamper you, okay? It's a free service. 888-835-2237, okay? Okay, live streamers? Yes. Okay. Another piece in 24 karat gold. Are we going to do this one?
You want to do the ring real quick?
Yeah, we'll do the ring real quick. Thank you so much for, I didn't even realize it's been 2 hours. Oh my gosh. We've got one more. I like that we're closing with a little bit of good luck, Caroline. Take a look at that. All right. In 24 karat yellow gold, a 4-leaf clover, just about a gram, just a little bit less than a gram, 90.93 grams. Everyday price on this one is $579. Okay, $579. It's pure gold. It's 24 karat. You type in Live 25. Your budget pay at $579 is $116. How about an end of the show special for this Midas Touch live stream gold show? Your price goes from $579 to $434, and your budget pay goes from $116 down to $87. Word to the wise. We have 6.5, 7, and 7.5. Oh my goodness gracious. Listen, thank you. Frog7, thank you. Also, for everybody that jumped in, Joseph, Claudia, thank you so much. We really appreciate you being out there. Please like, follow, and share. Have yourself a little brunch and come back and join me for the next session of Rhapsody Items right here at Shop LC at 2 p.m. Central. Happy gold shopping, my friends.